I see. Good work, all of you. The Society of Ouroboros. To be honest, I only half believed Cassius when he told me about a secret society up to no good. But, well, here's a reward for completing the investigation. I sure didn't expect it to turn out like this, though. I'll have the results forwarded to Brigadier General Bright, and the rest of the army immediately. I get the impression they're desperate for information too. Yeah, please do. If those chuckle nuts can make something like that hollow whatever thing, Ouroboros is capable of more than we ever dreamed of. Not to mention whipping out another gospel like it's a freaking toy or something. The real objective seems to have been performing experiments with that new gospel. The fuss about the ghost was little more than the whim of a man in charge, really. LeBlanc the Phantom Thief. He called himself Enforcer number 10. If I hazard a guess, Enforcer is probably a title for ranking agents in the society. I put money on the man we know as Lieutenant Lawrence being another one. Estelle. Yeah, I know. The Black Fang. That's what Joshua called himself, that night he disappeared. Joshua was also an enforcer, I bet. I thought so. If he's just like that Phantom Fool, all those weird specialized skills he seemed to have make a lot more sense. I'm guessing he was hiding what he was truly capable of the whole time he was with us. Yeah, maybe. Hey Jean, what is it? That Phantom Thief guy said the society plans has only just begun. I seem to got plots and stuff in motion all over Libero. Have you heard anything from the other branches? Anything weird? Nothing that stands out. I bet you're right though. They're starting to act in the shadows all over Libero. Given our little ghost fuss is over, it might be wise for you to head somewhere else. Yeah, good thinking. Don't suppose any other branches need help in general. I guess the Zeiss branch, sort of. They're standby Gandalf. Had to head to Gransel. It sounds like they're fairly undermanned at the moment. Okay then, we should head over. We should head out there and help them. Will Ron be alright though? The Bolos branch is dispatching Sting to help us out in a few days. Melvin and I will be able to hold the fort until Sting gets here, I think. Oh, and once you get to Zeiss, you may want to check in with Professor Russell. He might want an insight on the new gospel you guys observed. Yeah, that's a good idea. I totally want to see Tita again anyway, so I'll head over to his place right away. Well then, you should head for the airship port as soon as our preparations are complete. Jean, if you would be so kind as to prepare 4 tickets for the Zeiss-bound flight. Pardon? Where do you think you get off taking the lead, and? Hold on, 4? Well, naturally, you, Agate, and then myself, and Miss Chloe here, of course. What? I thought this might come up, but you gonna come with us? The search for Joshua is my mission as a hunter of love. Not to mention the matter of my new rival. That should be reason enough, I would think. Fine. Sorry about that. Okay, wait. Leaving your total freaking insanity aside for a sec. Don't drag Chloe into this too, you jerk. She doesn't even want... No. Actually, I was going to ask for the same thing. Say what? It's this malicious, mysterious societies operating within the borders of Libero, plotting who knows what. As what I am, I cannot simply ignore what they are doing. I must act. Besides, I want to help Joshua and you, Estelle. Aw, Chloe. But your classes. This morning I sent a letter to Dean Collins, stating I will be needing a break from lessons. My exam scores are excellent anyway, and I have all the credits I need to move on at the end of the year already. I talked to Jill and Hans about it, and they insisted I should go. But what the? Dang, you don't do things halfway once you've made up your mind, huh, Chloe? I'm sorry. I suppose I am shoving myself onto you in a way. I can remain behind if you'd prefer. Oh no, you don't. If you really want to come, I'd love to have your help. Agate, you don't mind, right? Why the hell not? Having her skills in orbital arts and that bird of hers around will help a lot after all. Thank you. Agate, Estelle, thank you. I'll give it all my all, I swear. Well, we're old friends after all. We're the Red and Blue Knights, remember? Now let's combine our forces and find our lost princess. That's right. Yes, lead on, Red Knight. Then this would make me the lone wandering prince for a nearby country here to take back the dark-haired princess, even if by force. You don't get to add roles. Well, good to see that sorted out. In that case though, we should classify you as temporary assistants. That's the way the guild can pay for expenses for you. Yes, please do. Well, I shall assist you with all my heart. Let us be off. Hey, chapter 1's done. And so the feat comes to an end, but the passion it left in my heart still burns within me. My only solace is to wait in the pale moonlight for the cool breeze of the sea to still my heated blood. Sorry to make you wait. Perfect timing. You really are perfectly punctual, my friend. It would not hurt you to learn to be fashionably late, you know. Sorry, but punctual is what I am. Now, what is your report? Oh, let us not be boorish and hurry so, yes? This has been a grand evening. Allow me to savor it a little longer. Really? I'll take that as a report of, I really like them then. Like? Huh. The lovely princess has stolen even more of my heart. It's a miracle I yet live, I tell you. What's more, I met a rival in the arena of beauty and aesthetics. A rival. Me. Ha ha ha. I shall be quite busy these next few weeks, I think. You really are hopeless. You're welcome to pursue your hobbies, but do not let it interfere with the plan. You need not worry on that score, my friend. On that note, here, take it. Very good. So, how did your experiments go? Yes. Call it a 90% success rate or so. The hologram projector can actually project for many hundreds of sledge. The first 2 or so projections were miserable failures, I'm afraid. After the third, however, the device worked flawlessly. So, some cause for concern, but not much. It does function. I've reported to the professor at once. That gospel truly is far beyond contemporary technology. And I don't simply mean its ability to negate orbits. I know it was made by the 13 factories, but how exactly does it work? I'm not sure. I'm not privy to the details. According to the professor, these phenomena are just the tip of a miracle. Oh? So it's the stuff of miracles, is it? Miracles are the providence of she who dwells above alone. What does he mean, I wonder? Regardless, a few more experiments should make the potential of the Gospels clear. With that, oh, we've had a number of unexpected actors coming onto the stage this night. How shall this cameo end, I wonder? That's up to how our hidden mouse responds. Huh, indeed. Come now, mouse. Cry for us. Right. I'm not sure who that little mouse is, but your life is spared, it seems. Thank Adios for your life, rodent. Bring on the beer. Oop, can't drink no more. Damn it, I coulda. Oh, okay. Thank you, Adios, Saints, and everyone else. Everyone else I'm forgetting for saving your humble servant. Like I need to be told to give praise to the goddess. What monsters, though? So those are the enforcers of Ouroboros, huh? Yeah. Okay, we're off to Zeiss. Anyone have anything else they want to do before we go? No, I don't think so. Unless you can think of anything, let's book. I can think of one piece of business. Where did Miss Dorothy go? She disappeared quite suddenly, and I'm curious as to where she could have gone. I think she went to go see Niall in the hotel. That's a good point. I think we should go say hi. And thanks before we leave, Ron. Yes, I think so too. We owe Dorothy our lives, really. I wanted to say goodbye to Matron Teresa and children before we left as well, but I tried calling them from the guild a minute ago, and I think they're out. They are? Aww. I want to say goodbye too. Hey, we can write them a letter when we get to Zeiss. They'll get a kick out of it. The worst comes to worst, ain't too hard to get back here. Yes, that's true. I'll write them then. Hey, we'll write them. I want in too. Heh. Well, come, my friends, let us away. To the pulsing heart of the Orbital Revolution, and a seat of geniuses. Let me just check something. Okay. And then we'll check the hotel first. I wanted to candidate Norman collection office. They're in the middle of a big critical meeting, so I'm afraid I can't let you pass. I'm sorry, but if you have business, please come again another time. Oh, here they are. Hello. You guys. I heard from Dorothy that you guys solved our little ghost problem. Yeah, we did, but is Dorothy okay? She was yammering on drowsily about what happened. But once she finished, she conked right out, so I had to put her to bed. Well, a hell of a lot happened last night, and she saved our skins. I can't blame her for being kinda tired. Let her rest, okay? A real reporter can go a good week without sleep when he's got a scoop. Oh yeah, some other stuff she was talking about sounded wild, but she didn't really explain it all. Mind if I ask you guys a few questions? Sure, go ahead. Stell gave now an outline of the encounter with LeBlanc and answered his questions. Alright, I think I get it now. The son of a Phantom Thief B himself is a liberal? And he's on one of those Ouroboros people? Kinda wish I hadn't heard that. What? Niall, you know about that masked weirdo? Oh yeah, he's a famous thief who's caused a stir in every major city on the continent. If he wants something, he'll get it. And he always steals things with a big old show. For a thief, he's got a love of drama, that's for sure. Yeah, that sounds like our weirdo, right? He even admitted he's Phantom Thief B from those cards, so... Like I said though, thievery is one thing, but he's also lacking of society. Wouldn't think Ouroboros would have use for someone like that, but at the same time, if they do, it's terrifying. Niall, I'm curious. Do you intend to write an article about what happened? Nah, the Guild in the Royal Army asked me not to report on anything to do with the society. I'll probably end up writing about someone's ill-intended crime of pleasure or something. With the coup d'etat foiled, the kingdom is beginning to settle. I do see the wisdom in this. There is little sense in terrifying the populace with news of a dangerous secret society just yet. Yeah, I ain't happy about it as a reporter, but I guess I see where the government is coming from. Still, if anything else happens, tell me about it, yeah? Of course! Anyway, we're off for Zeiss. Ah, right. I've got a draft I need to write up, so I can't see you off, but... Want me to wake Dorothy? No, it's okay. She's fast asleep, and I hate to disturb her. Give her our best when she gets up, okay? Will do. Be careful, guys. Dr. Niall again. Oh, not that. There it is. Hey, you guys. Your braces, right? Yeah, is something wrong? You look kind of frazzled. There's something I'd like you to investigate urgently. Could you come right now? Sure. Yeah, no problem. Thanks, I owe you. So where should we go? Head to Norman's election office. It's on the top floor of the hotel. Here, I'll show you the way. I'm telling you, I didn't do it. Hurry up and let me go home. I got work to do. Now, calm down. Just bear with us until the Bracers arrive. Once the investigation's done, you can leave. Speak of the devil? See? Here they are. That sure was fast. Here we go. Yeah, I locked down and ran into some Bracers right away. So this is Norman. I'm sure you've seen him on posters around the city. One of the guys running for mayor, I think. I'm Estelle Bright, of the Bracer Guild. Agate Crossnear, also a Bracer. Let's get to business. What happened? One of our campaigners, Dells, was injured by someone. In other words, it's an assault case. An assault? Well, that's never a nice thing to hear. Is the victim okay? Yes, he's still here. He was unconscious for a bit, but it was thankfully nothing serious. Phew, good to hear. There's nothing good about it. The back of my head still hurts like you wouldn't believe. The back of your head, huh? Were you attacked from behind? Yes, ma'am. Right out of the blue, too. I was taking a breather on the balcony and all of a sudden from behind, thud. That's pretty foul. Ouch, sounds nasty. When did the attack happen? Give us whatever you can remember of the events before and after. Sure, it happened today, just after lunch. Norman and I were checking out a potential location for a speech by the bridge. Cooper, he had just turned up then. When I talked to him, he said he has some important business with Norman. What kind of business? Porter's told me to come apologize for the mess on the bridge. It's not like it's all my fault, but I just want to make it worse. I see. So you came here to say sorry for the scuffle? Yes, but Norman was still very busy at the time. We asked Cooper to wait in the office area. That's when I showed him to this room. I returned to the hotel not too long afterward. I entered the room with Harrio, who had been waiting outside the office, and there was Dells unconscious on the balcony. And Cooper was right here, right there, standing over him. I'm trying to tell you, why does that make me the criminal? It was already out cold when I reached the balcony. I understand what Cooper's saying, but it's only natural to suspect him given the circumstances. There was no one else in this room except Cooper and Dells. Is that true? After I brought Cooper, I was on watch outside the door. No one entered until Norman got here. No matter how you look at it, that means these two were alone. You're sure? Yeah, it's true, but it's like I said. When I went out to the balcony, Dells was already on the ground. They're saying the crime was committed before you got here. Am I getting that right? Yeah, exactly. Thank Adios, finally there's someone who gets it. In that case, I'd have to be someone who entered the room before Cooper. Dells, do you remember anything? It's possible that someone came in. People go in and out of this office all the time, though. Even if someone had, I wouldn't have thought much of it. Fair enough, it's an election office, so that makes sense. Sounds simple enough at least. The criminal gotta be one of two people. This guy here or someone who came into the room before him. We should be able to narrow it down if we get enough proof. You think we ought to start questioning? If there's no other useful information, yeah. If you guys notice anything else or are thinking of something, tell us now. Even if it seems like nothing important. Alright, then I have one more thing I'd like to add. There was something that occurred to me as I was looking through the room after the incident. Were the signs it'd been rummaged around in? Not at all, just the opposite in fact. It actually felt like it was cleaner than before. Huh? Is a serial cleaner on the loose? One way to interpret it would be as a disguise to hide the fact that the room had been searched. Of course, it appears they went too far, inadvertently arousing suspicion in the process. That's not a bad train of thought. Incidentally, who are you? I was waiting for that question. I am a traveling bard, a poetic soul, wandering the wilds, a genius mute. Sure, but if nothing's been stolen, then isn't the idea that it's a disguise pretty weak? At this stage, I don't think there's any point in worrying about motive. I agree. You've gone even bolder since our last rendezvous, Estelle. Your training at Laylock was most fruitful. You're simply stunning. Olivier. Just ignore him. Now, if there's nothing else here you can tell us, we should get to questioning. Yeah. Well, she seems to know when to shorten the leash now. Good luck with the investigation. We'll come to report once we have an answer. Good, we're counting on you to get to the bottom of this. Now, how should we go about things? I mean, this hotel is pretty big. We should probably split into two groups. You and the princess make some rounds while I keep an eye on this dumbass. These two are our assistants, yeah? Let's make them assist. Good point. Ready to kick some investigation butt, Chloe? Of course. Assisting companions is only natural for a hunter of love. You sure don't miss a beat, do you? Alright, listen up. We need to gather information on the suspect first. If you go around asking about Cooper, something should turn up. If you end up getting a picture on who our guy is, come tell me. So, once we've found the criminal, we'll report to you? No problem. Let's go see what we can find out. Cooper. Mr. Cooper is a guest who comes here only on very rare occasions. Mostly we have his patronage for work-related gatherings. Nothing there. When Cooper came to the hotel, I was in the lobby. I don't know, he looked angry, I guess. I thought something might happen. And then just like I thought, something happened. You haven't left? Yeah, actually a case suddenly popped up. What do you mean? Well... Estelle explained the assault case to Niall. Ah, I see. Huh? You don't seem too interested. Yeah, I doubt it's big enough to make an article out of. Well, just in case, once you solve it, tell me what you got. Yeah, will do. Now, who are you again? Oh, been quite a while, young lady. How are you, sir? You remember us, right? You lent us your boat when the bridge was out. You really saved us then. No, it was no skin off my back. So, come back to ride again? I wish I could, but I've got some work to do. We're investigating the case that happened at the hotel. Oh, sounds rough. If I can be of any help, feel free to ask me what you like. Will do, sir. Cooper? Yeah, I know him. He's that young fellow working at the harbour. Like everyone else these days, he's been involved with the election. Oh? Was Cooper that angry? Well, youngsters get worked up so easily these days. Yeah, he looked pissed off to me. But it was right after that big mess on the bridge. It's only natural he'd be angry. Actually, I cannot agree. Mr. Cooper seemed generally normal. Wait, this way's the exit. I better get back to questioning. There's so many people to talk to. I lost consciousness immediately, so I didn't see who hit me. Even catching a glimpse would have been better than nothing at all. Is that so? I'm not sure I can really help with that. His face went white as a sheet the moment he saw us. He was seriously dismayed at having been witnessed at the crime scene. Was Cooper angry? He didn't really look that way, but... Cooper was staying next to Dels. He was lying on the ground. He looked at me and seemed very surprised. He wasn't excited or worked up, but he did appear tremendously shocked. He didn't seem particularly angry when I met him at the bridge. Well, perhaps something happened while he was being led to the hotel. I'll say it as many times as you like, I only found Dels. If we'd been fighting, someone would have heard a sound, but no one said anything, did they? Of course they didn't, because I was politely seated on the sofa. I was angry? That's crazy. If you're gonna say that, Hario's attitude was way worse than mine, I think. The moment he saw me, he made this real nasty face. Try asking around about Hario, I bet your turn's up some dirt. Him and Del's rivals compete to be number 2 in Norman's camp. I'm sure they couldn't come to terms and end up in a tussle. Sounds? As Cooper said, I didn't hear any loud noise either. I was in the lobby at the time, but if grown men were fighting, I'm sure I would have heard something. It's unbelievable that you would suspect Hario. In the first place, you're suggesting that he would hurt his co-worker? And what could possibly motivate him to do such a thing? Well, yes, Cooper's right. I was standing in front of the door, it was quiet the whole time in the room. If there had been some kind of argument, I'm sure I would have noticed. I had an unpleasant expression, you say? Well, of course, after a fuss like that, who wouldn't? What does that have to do with the case? The sound, you say? That'll probably be the sound of me getting hit. I heard a hell of a bang in my head, that's for sure. There's no way Hario did it. He testified to it himself. I testified to it myself. There's no bad blood between us whatsoever. We even work together. Ow, sorry, I got excited and made my head hurt. A sound, you say? Unfortunately, I had no such thing. You doubt him, Hario? He isn't the kind of person to resort to violence. He is a most loyal man. He would never commit such a criminal act. Oh? Are you done questioning in the office? Yeah, we're done. How's it going on your end? It's going okay, I guess. I'm still checking out stuff. Just don't slack off. Leave it to me. I didn't really hear anything. So you're checking out Helio? He did kind of look unhappy when he got back to the hotel. That's probably because he was with Cooper though. Oh, a sound? Think about it, I did hear a loud noise from above. Above from here? You mean the balcony? Probably around there, yeah. It was an impressive sound, like something had run into something else with a smack. Can't recall exactly when I heard it though. That's too bad. Still, this is all good stuff to know. Thanks, sir. Helio's that young merchant fella here. If he wants to be a merchant, I think he needs to have a bit more oomph to him. You hear me? He's got gullible written all over him. We'll get people ripping him off at every turn if he doesn't shape up. Okay, I got no new clues. There's no one else near the rooms. Oh wait, he apparently heard the sound of something colliding with something else from around the balcony area. Do you have any idea what it could have been? Something colliding with something else? Nope, I didn't hear any sound like that. Yeah, I know that one already. Okay. But, oh yes, Cooper's right. But there's someone who testified hearing a big sound. He said it sounded like something smacking into something else on the balcony. Well, I didn't hear it. I can say for sure I didn't hear anything of the like while I was here. Oh, there's a fishing spot there. What's this thing on the balcony I can find? Oh wait, what is it? What's on your mind? If you're hiding something, you should spit it out. Trying to hide things only bites you in the ass most of the time. I'm sorry. I feel like talking? Yes, actually. I saw him. I saw Helio on the second floor. When was that? Right after lunch. Helio went out with Norman, but shortly after that, Helio came back and ran up to the second floor. Wow, that's kind of important to know. Estelle, you go after this lead. We're gonna check around here for a bit longer. Got it. I'll go down first and have lunch. Yeah, we had, none of these bits stuff came to eat in the same room as my dad. Still, you know what? My dad's pretty unfair. He feeds us normal boring stuff because the special for just for himself. Is that so? Was it that different? Yeah, it was way better. The special one's got like a mountain of shrimp. Guess he didn't have much of an appetite though, he left a lot behind. What a waste. About lunch? I went to get the lavatar today. Always been a bit of a habit going out to lunch as soon as I hear the bell toll. The bell toll? The bell on the Langling Bridge. Remember? It rang when the bridge went up. Oh yeah. Yeah, it did ring. It always rings at certain times, I see. I used it in place of a clock. That's sure convenient. Kinda big to use in place of a clock though. Hey Estelle. It might be good to ask some people about the bell toll. Huh? Why? They should be able to clearly remember the sound of a bell ringing. It might act as a guidepost for memory, like with Mr. Murray. Ah, I get it. Nice play, very intellectual advice. You flatter me. Not sure what you two are giggling about, but glad I was able to help. Ah, the sound like something smacking into something, right? Yeah, that thing. Well, I remember something now. The sound happened as if it were timed to the bell, at least to my ears. Timed to the bell? So basically you heard the sound of the bell at roughly the same time as that big sound. Well, if you want to make it sound all boring, yeah. If that sound was something caused by the criminal, then someone without an alibi when the bell rang is the criminal. Yeah, we should check out the people we suspect. Come on, why would I lie about something like that? I was in the hotel basement, so I didn't notice at all. The noon bell? A noon bridge bell? Yes, that was time I was preparing the guest rooms. Once I was finished, I next organized the utensils. Someone had cleaned the plates in the office, so I was able to finish work quickly. The office plates were cleaned? So that means there was someone who went to the office after lunch? Indeed. While I was preparing the guest rooms, they cleaned up, it seems. The plates were stacked at the front. Of course, exactly which kind guest it was, I couldn't say, unfortunately. Aw, too bad. I guess we'll have to ask around ourselves. Oh my god, so many questions. I heard the bell toll, yes. I think it was when I was meeting with Norman around the bridge. Then Cooper showed up and showed him the way to here. So you heard the bell when you were outside, which means you weren't around when that other big sound happened. According to the testimony we got, that big sound happened right after the bell stopped ringing. If that's true, then Hirio isn't connected to the big sound that was heard by the balcony. When did which bell ring? It went off when Hirio and I were checking out the speech site together. Yes, he was already there. Just as the bell was ringing, Cooper showed up. I then asked Hirio to show him to the hotel. I see, then it's sure? So Estelle, there's no connection between the sound Murray heard and Hirio. Yeah, not just Hirio, but Cooper seems in the clear too. The sound Murray heard was just after the bell finished ringing, but both make him prove they were with Norman at the time. In other words, whoever made that sound was neither Hirio nor Cooper. This virtually eliminates any chance of them being the criminal. Who could have done it? All I know is that they were cleaned up miles away. So you don't know either, sir? I'm afraid not. I don't know who it was, but I worry that I may have left them a terrible impression. Pardon? What do you mean? In truth, I haven't had much of an appetite lately. I left quite a lot I got for lunch uneaten. I requested that Ernest get me one special once in secret, yet left it virtually untouched. It's embarrassing to think about. Just think back on how wasteful that was. I see. It must be really stressful to be running in an election. Who cleaned up? No idea. Someone must have done it while I was out. Were the plates and such clean by the time you got back to the office? I don't know. I wasn't exactly paying attention, so I can't say for sure. Now that you mention, who did clean up? I'm sorry, I don't remember. But you were in the office, weren't you? You'd normally know if someone came to clean. You're right, I would. Even I think it's odd. You're looking for the person who cleaned up the plates? Look, who cares? Just hurry up and prove me innocent. I'll ask everyone here about Belle. Oh right, yeah. You went to the second floor, didn't you? Excuse me? There's no point in hiding it. We have witnesses. I'm not hiding anything. I just realized I forgot something and went back to the office to pick it up. Was anyone in the office at that time? Dels was there doing work. I didn't see anyone else. Great, that's plenty, thanks. Don't misunderstand, please. I wasn't trying to hide that I go into the second floor. Don't worry, we haven't decided you're the criminal or anything. Just don't forget this kind of thing only makes you look worse. I look forward to your future assistance, sir. Now I'm lost. Oh, yeah. You said you ate lunch on the first floor, right? Yeah, that's right. What about it? Norman ate lunch on the second floor. How do you know what Norman ate when you were on the first floor? That? I saw it afterwards, offbeat. Yeah, I should have noticed that. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, actually, I heard from someone else. I don't remember who said it, though. Maybe we should investigate that next. That's so obviously suspicious. I went to the laptop for lunch today. Always been a bit of a habit. Sounds like a nice enough routine. You have to go to the hotel to get there though, right? Yep, that I do. I can't fly across the sea now, can I? Good point. So did you see anyone in the hotel at the time? Well, Ernest was on the first floor, of course, but the rest was real quiet. Huh? There was no one there? Yeah, I'd say so. The basement and the first floor were both pretty quiet when I passed through. Norman's son was there when I came back, though. Norman's son? Oh, you mean Belden? Yeah, that's more than enough. Oh no, it was nothing. Quickly on the dish. Were you really in the basement the whole time? What? Why? There's someone who passed through the basement right after the bell rang. According to the testimony, no one was here. That can't be right. I was right here the whole time. So he can't establish an alibi. Just in case, you should probably ask around about Belden too. It was in the basement, I'm pretty sure. Oh, this takes taking me way too long. Young Belden? I'm afraid I didn't see him around when the bell rang. was preparing the guest rooms at the time, you see. Where was Belden when the bell rang? Couldn't tell you, unfortunately. I was out at the time. My son's location when the bell rang could pose a problem, you say? If you have real cause for suspicion, you needn't hesitate on my part. You're welcome to confront Belden in question. Where was Belden when the bell rang? I don't know, but is he a suspect? Where was Belden when the bell rang? How am I supposed to know? Does that count as enough, or...? Hmm. Belden? Alibi? He has no alibi. The proof is his alibi. I have valuable testimony that refutes his alibi. Cooper and Harry have already been cleared as culprits, so... his person remains as the final possibility. Yeah, by process of elimination, it does turn out that way. Ultimately, though, there's nothing but circumstantial evidence. Do you have any decisive proof? He knew about this. I don't know if it's decisive, but something did bother me, and that's the testimony about the special... paella. Oh, and what's that? So yeah, Belden testified he ate lunch on the first floor, but somehow he saw the paella Norman ate. He even knew that Nolan barely ate it. In other words, he went to the second floor. That what you're saying? Yeah. Alright, I get it. Let's call Belden in and hear what he's got to say. We can't go straight to an arrest with the proof we have on hand. Okay, got it. What? Why'd you call me? I didn't do anything. Now calm down. Nothing's been decided here. If you help us with the investigation, you can go home right away. Help? Yeah, we just want you to be frank with us. Where did you go after lunch? Like I said, I was in the basement. Bull. As long as you keep lying, you're not getting out of here. You weren't in the basement the whole time. We already know that. If you didn't do anything wrong, then just be honest and tell the truth. Or is the truth too scary to admit? Fine, I'll talk. Today after lunch, I went to the office. I went to go clean up. Clean up? So the person who returned the plates to the front was... yeah, it was me. Everyone seemed busy, so I figured I'd clean up. While I was cleaning up, I thought I'd tidy the office, but... I didn't think that happened. Huh? Hold on, you're not making sense. You just cleaned up after, right? Well, why is everything to do with the case? I've got an idea. Yeah? Actually... did you throw something out and hit him? I see. I understand Belden came to this room to clean, but I'm not sure how that correlates. But what does this have to do with the assault on Dells? It has a lot to do with it. Well, let's hear him say it himself. Hey, go tell him. Yeah. But once I finished cleaning the room, I thought I'd head back. but since I tied up all the stuff, the room was real dusty. I sort of opened the balcony door to air it out, but my hands were full of plates. I didn't have any choice. So I, kicked the door as hard as I could. Wait, you mean the door? Yep, it's exactly what you think. That door's the criminal that knocked out Bells. The door flying open slammed right into the back of your head. In other words, the truth of the case is an unlucky accident. What? So then... I'm innocent, right? It seems like it. Phew, man oh man, finally free and clear. Still, what a mess. Why didn't you volunteer this information at the beginning? If you just told us the truth, things wouldn't have gone nearly this far. I'm sorry. Come on, he's telling the truth now. Give him a break, okay? He had the courage to talk about it in the end, so everything worked out. As a victim here, I'd just like to forgive and forget. It's very clear that this was all a misunderstanding. Of course, I'd like him to be a bit more careful opening doors in the future if he could. Dells, I'm really sorry. And you too, Cooper. I almost got you turned into a criminal. You don't need to worry about me. I'm in the clear and that's good enough for me. Well, that settles things. Thank goodness. Also, Belden, whatever you decide to do in life, know that the decision is yours and yours alone. I know you can do it. But really? Yeah, make sure to keep it up. Well, that's our report. Races, I'm sorry for today. It seems we're taking up a great deal of your time over just a big mistake. No, don't worry about it. This is part of the job too. Well then, we're off. Thank you guys so much. Really, I'm very sorry. Take care. Phew, well, that's done and over with, finally. I wouldn't have dreamed it would end like that, though. Truth is always stranger than fiction. However, as your valued assistant, I take great pride in our completion of this most puzzling assignment. You didn't do a damn thing. Oh, but I really appreciate your help, Chloe. You gave me a ton of good advice. It was a big help during the investigation. I'm always happy to help. There's no need to thank me, though. Estelle. Right, I guess you two are our support staff already, aren't you? Yep, we'll have you do what needs to be done. Okay, let's get going. Next up is the Zeiss region. Okay, let me turn that in first. Done. File, save. Go. Up we go. Welcome. You're the group of brace heading for Zeiss, yes? Uh-huh, that's right. We just got word from Jean. The guild's already paid your fares. Would you like to check in now, or...? We'll have to stick around and wait for the ship once we check in. You're done in Ran, right? Let's just double check some stuff. Just give the word when you want to check in then. Because I think we've done everything. Just want to double check. Yeah, everything in here looks done. I'll double check the guild first. Oh, I nearly missed one. Why is this long term for leaving the region? Great gamblers report. That's for the Lavatar Casino and Bar. wasn't any open upgrades I could do, was there? Oh no, I definitely can. Where's the case of, do I actually upgrade the slot now, or do I hold off and wait till the next region, because we'll probably have larger quartz available, so might be better to wait. May we have a moment? You wouldn't happen to be Lakeisha, would you? Yes, I'm Lakeisha. Oh, are you the braces? Yeah, we saw the posting. Good. You know a little bit of what's going on, at least. Are you all set? I'd like to go over the details. Yep. Yeah, of course it's okay. So what can we do for you? What I'd like to ask of you is very simple. Do something. Anything to make my husband lose at gambling. What? That's it? Winning a game a chance, is it? A most intriguing request. You heard me right. I don't care what game, just please win against my husband. He's always been the type to get so wrapped up in whatever it is he's doing that he doesn't know when to stop. I mean, really, he gets a few wins in at the casino and suddenly he's convinced he's a pro gambler. Sorry. And I know that one-track mind of his. If he says he wants to turn pro, anything I say is in one ear and out the other. So I'd like you to nip down the bud before things go that far. I see. Family circumstances, huh? Looks like you got it rough. No, I was naive. I should have just refused when he suggested a casino trip. No point in complaining now. Here, let me give you 1,000 mirror as a wager. If you wager this all on one bet, I'm sure my husband will take you up. I sure hope so. Is your husband upstairs at the casino right now? Yes, he's made himself nice and comfortable up there. Last I saw, he was playing cards. Filio's his name. Understood. We'll check the cards table. Do me a favor, and don't hold back. Make sure he loses decisively. Is there anything else I can help you with? Any questions? Oh, we're okay, I think. You've covered all the basics. The real question is, how do we win the match? I mean, gambling's ultimately luck, isn't it? Yeah, but letting that luck live or killing it takes skill. Whether we can win or depends on your match. Strategy's key, to be more precise. Guess we're in for some fun times. If strategy's what you're worried about, you'll be fine. My husband is a total amateur. He's terrible at lying. Every thought that crosses his mind is written on his face plain as day. He's not normally the kind of person well suited to gambling. Ah, really? Hearing that makes me a little bit more confident, maybe. Alright, let's do this thing. That's the spirit. Nobody's ever won a game by acting like a sore loser before the match even started. I'm in your corner, you guys. Now, get up there and knock my husband down a few pegs. What a charming little casino. His equipment looks brand new. Was this established recently? In a way, it just reopened after the renovation during the birthday celebration. Hey, now that I think about it, it was being worked on last time. I see. So where's our high-rolling target? Right, his wife said he'd be at the card tables. Bingo. Alright, come on, come on. There it is, Jack. Oh, this is the power on the draw. I feel invincible. It is your win, sir. Know that you fought well, my good man. I'm afraid you just had the wrong opponent. Ha 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 ha. Yep, he's exactly as she said. That's gotta be him. Quick, let's talk to him. If we waste any time, he's bound to get wrapped up in another match. Ah, right. Okay, hit me again. Huh? What's up with you guys? We've heard you know your way around a card game, mister. So we'd like to challenge you. Challenge? Me? Alright, I'll bite. The question is, do you have the mirror? I'm not taking any cheap bets. The wager's 1,000 mirror. Rich enough for you? Heh, that's a mighty wager. Fearless, aren't you? Fine, I'll take you guys on. Okay, so which one of you is going to be my opponent? Or maybe all three of you want to have a piece of the... I feel a master at the same time. That works too, I'm feeling lucky. All at once is a bit crazy. We're not playing old mate here. In that case, good customers, how would you like to try a variant of poker? There are a few that allow a match to be settled over several rounds. It sounds like just what we're looking for. I'll say, what are the rules? Both sides choose a lineup of contenders and settle a match over 3 rounds. Each round is normal poker, and the first team to win one match wins. However, your team can only fold one time. If one team member folds, the rest have no choice but to challenge. It's a free round match, huh? Simple, quick, elegant. I like it. Only problem now is that there's 4 of you. It's not like all 4 of us need to play. Only one of us can... one of us can sit this one out. That's perfect, actually. If I can, I'd like to be the one to sit out. You sure, Chloe? Students are forbidden to gamble by school rules. I don't want to think I'm trying to skip out on our job, but it is kinda awkward for me. No, I get where you're coming from. Gambling's not exactly a healthy part of your daily balanced school curriculum. And we can handle from here, so take a load off. Sorry for the mix-up. And then there we're free. We're well on the road to a climactic 3-round match. Not that it would matter if there were 4 or even 5 matches. I'd win them all anyway. Are you satisfied with the rules as I explain them? Yeah, I'm okay with them. Sure, we don't mind either. Well then, allow me a few moments to make preparations. During that time, good guest, please decide the order of your matches. Order? So, who's gonna go first and stuff? That shouldn't take us too long. Thank you very much. I'm ready whenever you guys are. Alright, order time. How do we want to do this? Might suggest we pick based on our gambling prowess. A full disclosure guys, I have like zero confidence in my card skills. I always lost to Joshua. It's been a while since I left gambling behind myself. But hey, this contest is all willpower, I can make do. How about you? But worry not, I'm a man who's rife with confidence in my card game. Leave the sentence to me, for I am certain I can play it well. I'm good with that. That's one down. Olivier second. It's between me and you now, Agate. I'll go first. You take the end. What? Why are you picking me? Picking for me. He who strikes with all his might first wins, yes? In other words, he plans to settle things before you come into play. Exactly. There ain't no deep meaning in the order anyway. Basically, we just gotta win. Well, sure, but the pressure's on if it ends up going to the third round. I finished preparing for the match. Is everyone ready to begin? Poker face is on, comrades. Alright, let's do this. Good luck, Estelle. Yeah, thanks. Come on, Estelle. A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. This marks the first round of 3. Poker rules in this region as standard. However, there's a hierarchy among suits. The strongest is spade, followed by hearts, diamonds, finally clubs. I will now begin dealing your cards. This is bad. Maybe I could try aiming for 4, 5, 6, 7 straight. Honestly, the odds aren't great. Hahaha. My lucky streak strikes again. My first round, I've already got a great hand. Man, I've got this in the bag. He must have a really good hand. If that were truly the case, I can assure you that he'd be much quieter about it. Remember, you can't challenge an opponent who chooses to fold. Ah, good point. Time to start this thing off. Do I aim big or should I aim low? One way or another, the odds aren't all that great. I gotta just aim big and hope I come in on top. Would you like to change cards? Yeah, 2 cards. And you, sir? I'll change 3. Okay, how'd that turn out? Damn, worthless hand all around. Agate's face hasn't even twitched. He's still so... Yes, quite the poker face indeed. Every other man's such as he simply begs for my affections by furrowing his brow so pointedly. Yes, fell right into my hand while I was waiting. Come, good challenger, come at me anytime. He's certainly confident, but I wonder how much of that is a bluff. I've got nothing right now. I could bluff my way out of this, but if he calls, we're done for. Do I push or pull back? Probably fold might be the best option. We've only just started. No point in blowing our chances here in the first round. Would you like to challenge him? No, I'll fold. Aw, you're folding? I had a good hand too, that's too bad. With that, I'm afraid your team can no longer fold. Aw, we folded. I suppose there's little else to be done when you're dealt a poor hand. Good work, Agate. I gotta say though, it's not like you to fold. Don't say it, even I think that. Is this where things get tough? Right, not being able to fold means we no longer have a safety net. Oh yeah, you've got a point. This will be harder than I thought. Sirs, are you prepared for the next match? That's my cue. May Lady Luck favor me with her grace. Counting on you. After all the talking you did, I am so not gonna go easy on you if you lose. I will now begin dealing your hands. My only a pair of fours. A rather uninspiring hand. Here? No, it might come here. He seems kind of hesitant. Yes, his expression is different. He might have a good hand. Now what to do? Should I reach my hand out or distract my foe? Either would make for a spectacle. Change roll even for the pair. I should play straight here. Will you be changing cards? I will. 3 cards, please. You, sir? I'll take 2 cards. How'd it turn out? 2 pair. Enough to challenge on. Man, I can't read his face at all. What the heck are you thinking, Olivier? He has a surprisingly strong poker face, doesn't he? Alright. Yeah, I'm okay. He seems awfully subdued compared to before. Do you get some kind of big hand? The way he's quiet down now is disturbing, but we can't fold anymore, so it's all or nothing round. Will you challenge? Yeah, but of course. The word retreat does not exist in my dictionary. What will you do, sir? Yeah, I'll take the challenge. If you would please show your cards. Here, I have a 2 pair of 4s and 6s. Challenging a hand like that, careless. I've got 3 aces, hehehe. Looks like that's the match. Sir, you are the victor. As agreed, to advance to settles the match. Well, victory's in the luck of the draw, which means there must be a loser as well, but this time the loser is I. I know this piercing sensation. I feel a menacing presence at my back. That's stupid, Pratt. Olivier, you knew, didn't you? Estelle, try and hold it in. Like you're in any position to talk. Who was the one who was whining before we even started? We didn't lose because of him. If you've got time to pummel a guy, spend some of it thinking up a decent excuse for our client. Oh yeah. Crap, we failed our job. How can I look the client in the eye now? Well, I've messed that up. And that's what happened. Our best efforts fell flat and we lost. I am really, really sorry. Sorry, we have no excuse. This was totally due to our inability. I see. So my plan backfired. I suppose there's nothing that can be done at this point. Gambling's a game of luck and our luck went sour. You realize though, I was expecting a little more than luck from races. Sorry. I agree that our aid was less than desirable. There's no greater pain to a man's heart than disappointing a woman of your caliber. Be that as it may, I wouldn't worry about your husband. Oh? Why? Hey, Olivier. Come on. Let's hear what he's got to say. Okay. Pardon me for spilling a few trade secrets. But most casinos have a person who is their ace in the hole, so to speak. Someone who doesn't normally work in the shop. The house's strongest dealer. And if I were to venture an educated guess, I don't believe this establishment has played the ace yet. So what, you think that guy's next? Yes, we've lost, so I suspect they'll be making an appearance soon. An ace in the hole, huh? I hope you're right. What do you think? Can I really trust what he said? I don't know. I think you have to judge for yourself how trustworthy that is. Hey, Claude. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Anyway, you'll have to come down eventually. Till then, I'm waiting right here. I'll have to prepare for the worst in case things don't turn out like you said. In that case, we'll be moving on. Again, we're very sorry for today. I believe you did the best you could. If anything comes up again, I'm sure I could still count on you to take on the job. Yeah, ask us anytime. Yeah, well, that went horribly. Yeah. Whoops. How about it then? Ready to check in? Yep. Right. Just a bit of paperwork for you to fill out first, if you don't mind. Sure. Stell's group checked in for their flight. Okay, no problems, it looks like. Feel free to make use of the port until the next flight arrives. Thanks. Alrighty then, off we go. Yes, Hey! Wait a sec. The kids? What are you doing all the way? Wait, what are you all doing here? We came to say bye-bye. Man, you guys are cold. Just taking off without saying anything to us? You guys are meanie faces. The worst kind. Miss Chloe, why do you have to go? Oh, I'm sorry everyone. I was going to say goodbye, but we sought you all out. I get it. They knew they were out coming to Ron. I feel kind of silly now. Hang on though. That mean Matron Teresa's... I'm glad to see we made it in time. Matron Teresa? And even Jill and Hans came. Well, duh. Like we missed this. We cut it kinda close though. Thanks to the fact that you wanted to wait till the last second to keep us surprised, Jill. Hey, all's well that ends well, right? Actually, it was Jill who let us know you were leaving. I thought it'd be nice if we could see you off. I'm paying no mind to the old man in the corner. Oh, sir. Hey, Estelle. I heard that Joshua ran away from home. Oh, one second. Matron Teresa told us what happened. I see. I'm sorry. I should have told you all. No, it's okay. We'll pray that Joshua comes home real soon. We'll pray to Adios every day. Promise. I'll pray too. It'll come true if we all do it. Oh, you guys. Oh, children, thank you. I'll throw my prayers into the pile too. Estelle, Chloe, you should be careful, okay? You do need to try your best, but don't overdo it and put yourself in danger. If something happened to you, I don't think he'd ever forgive himself. Jill, Hans... Yeah, I'll remember that. One second. Estelle, please look after Chloe. I know she seems strong, but she's still a little fragile in some ways. Matron, I'm right here, you know. Leave her to me. I kinda suspect she's going to be helping us out more than anything, though. Well... Chloe, use this as a chance to examine yourself and your desires. Don't fret, simply look for the answer you've been seeking. Yes, I will, I promise. Races and students both aspired to the path of knowledge in their own ways. You two have grown immensely in the short time you've been here. Always remember, you never run out of things to learn. Do not become so overconfident you forget to learn. If you remember that, there is no obstacle in the world that can defeat you. We'll remember. Yes, sir. This is the final boarding call for the Cecilia bound for Zeiss. All remaining passengers should embark now. Whoops. See you guys. We'll be back, I promise. Everyone take care. Be careful, guys. You better come back with some great stories. And bring Joshua back with you.